What is happening, wonderful people? So last night I got a chance to go see The Smashing Machine. And in this film, MMA fighter Mark Kerr reaches the peak of his career, but faces personal hardships along the way. And that's all I can say without giving too much away. Let's talk about it.
What's your favorite scary movie?
So with The Smashing Machine, this is another film this year that I had absolutely no expectations for, but this movie actually doesn't release until next week. I saw it last night. I got a free t-shirt as well, which is really cool. And with this film, I had no expectations. I really didn't. But I continually watched the trailer over and over and over again, and I was like, this actually looks like it's going to be really good. And my excitement kept going up and up and up and up. And I was like, okay, I think I'm actually really excited for this film, mainly because The Rock is in here. And you know how we're all like, oh, The Rock plays himself. He just plays himself, right? And I was really excited to see him play somebody other than The Rock, right? And after seeing the film, now having seen it, I gotta say, Benny Safdie, he has a future in directing and writing, and The Rock, he's coming for that Oscar. Starting off with my positives, and then we'll talk about my negatives later, because while I really did enjoy this movie as a whole, I really, really did enjoy it. And I want to say that I surprisingly enjoyed it, but it's one of those things where if I didn't watch a single trailer that they released, right, this would have been one of my biggest surprises of the year. But since I kept re-watching the trailer over and over and over again, I really got excited for it. Like, my excitement went up and up and up and up, and I really enjoyed it. And while I think the positives definitely outweigh the negatives, I do have a few negatives, not very many. I will talk about them later in the negative section. But with the positives, I think this movie, there are so many things that work in this film. Like, mainly, like, a lot of things. And it's just, I was so locked in last night while watching it. I was so locked in. Like, I would be like this in my chair, and then I would be like this, and then this again, and then this again. I'm like, wow, man. I'm just like, everything about it. Like, I think that for starters, I mean, this is an obvious one. Dwayne Johnson, and not just him, but Emily Blunt. Not them, like, individually, but them equally as well. Them individually and equally are both absolutely fantastic in here. They're phenomenal. And I know Emily Blunt is, in my opinion, I think she's a better serious actor, if that makes sense, because she's been in more serious roles, you know what I mean? But it was really refreshing. It was refreshing to see Dwayne Johnson play somebody rather than himself. Like, he did such a good job. And him and Emily Blunt both, just, there was so much depth to both of their characters. And whether it's their banter back and forth, whether it's their arguments in the film, and there is a bathroom scene in here. I'm not going to give any details away, but when you see the film, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. It is a very beautiful scene, but it's very emotional and very, at times, thrilling and very suspenseful and scary and frightening. And when this scene happens in the film, I think someone who was sitting next to me or somebody who was sitting, like, behind me, they gasped. They did. And I was sitting there and I'm just like, what is happening? Why is that happening? Stop, don't do that. Like, it's the emotional weight and depth and just how both of their characters were written, just whether it's their banter and arguments back and forth, whether it's it's just both of them were so good. They were so good. And my favorite thing about the film, surprisingly, like, when it comes to films, right? When it comes to movies and my love and my passion for film, and I'm a detail freak. I love the nuances and details, of movies. And my favorite thing about this film was the score. There are so many things I love about this film. I love almost everything about this film. But the score is so emotionally brilliant, and it's haunting at times too. And I don't know if that's just me. Y'all let me know if y'all kind of felt that same way, because I legit want to know. I really do, because I don't want to be like the only one on that, you know what I mean? But like I just felt like it was emotionally brilliant and it was haunting, and I really do want to know how y'all feel about that when y'all see it, if y'all are going to see it, because the score it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant, and I love the use of sound in this film. Like the sound mixing, the sound design is brilliant. Like mainly when they're fighting in the ring and they're punching, the sound mixing, the sound design they use for the punches, right? It's just, I don't know how they did it, but it just was so elegant and so engaging. And I love that it's about overcoming obstacles. It's about reformation as well. And it's about striving to be the best. And I love how it was directed. I love how it was shot to perfection. I love how it looks too, in the aesthetic. I love the 1990s looking aesthetic. It has like this 1990s VHS retro grainy look, color grading, cinematography to it, which it feels like it's so unique, right? And it feels like Benny Safdie really injected his own artistic flavor and flair into it, and I absolutely love that about this film. And it's just, the script is great, the dialogue is great. I think the script is very sharp, the dialogue is sharp. Like you were just engaged in what this character had to say to this character, and you're engaged to when this character's on the phone with this character. Like it's just, it works on so many levels, and I just think that the movie had me locked in. It really did, and it's surprisingly wholesome as well. And I feel like the reason it's surprisingly wholesome is because Mark Kerr, I'm guessing this is how he is in real life, and he was at that time, right? The way Dwayne Johnson plays him, he's such a nice guy. He's such a nice guy until he gets into arguments, which he gets into arguments in this film, he does. But he's such a kind-spirited person in this film, and I absolutely love that. And I think that it's somewhat dark. It is, and it's very intense as well. I think the fights were really choreographed well, and they're brutal. They are very brutal. And it's just the use of sound in here is great. I think Dwayne Johnson and Emily Blunt both are great. Again, it has heart. It has a lot of heart. And again, I think the script is great. And again, I love how it was directed. It's about overcoming obstacles, reformation, all that type of stuff, striving to be the best. And the fight scenes are great. And the score's emotionally brilliant and haunting. And I just really, I could go on and on. The soundtrack too. I love the soundtrack. And I just love just everything about it almost. Like I have a few negatives and I'll talk about them in a minute. But I really, overall, for the most part, really did enjoy it. So while I did enjoy this film overall, for the most part, I do have a few negatives, not very many. But I think while this film does have a relatively good pace, I feel like it does have a relatively good pace, it does seem to drag at times. Like I don't know if I want to say I was bored, because maybe it was at times, like when it would drag at times here and there, like it wouldn't drag, then it would drag, then it wouldn't drag, then it would drag again, but not throughout the whole entire film, just at times in spots, right? And I was just like, okay, am I feeling like this movie needs to end? Like, I feel like this movie kind of is overstaying its welcome a little bit, and I could feel the runtime. I definitely could feel the runtime, and I feel like it was maybe a little bit too long, because I think with credits, it clocks in around 2 hours and 3 minutes. Without credits, it's probably an hour and 50-something minutes long. So not very long, but I could feel the runtime. I definitely felt the runtime, but it didn't, at the same time, it really didn't take me out of it. And at the same time, while maybe I was bored a little bit in spots at times, it didn't really take me out of the film. It really didn't. And I think that at times, the emotional beats hit, but I feel like, honestly, for the most part, they didn't hit all the way. Like, I wasn't like, oh, I'm about to like tear up. I'm about to like fully cry my eyes out. I didn't feel like that, but I feel like I felt for the characters, right? Like, I wasn't going to cry my eyes out, but I really felt what they were going through. Like, especially what Dwayne Johnson's character, Mark Kerr, goes through and what he went through, obviously, in real life, because it's based on a true story. These events happen. I'm just like, oh, man, I can't imagine being in that situation. And I just can't imagine trying to get out of what he was going through, you know? And I feel like I really did enjoy the story. I thought the story was really mysterious. Like, I never knew about Mark Kerr. I'm not a fighting fan, like a UFC fan. I'm really not. I don't know anything about it, but I never knew about Mark Kerr. And I when I watched the trailers, you know, you see in the trailers that basically it's dark and sad, and you're like, oh, something's going on. I don't know much about UFC. I don't know much about Mark Kerr, but I'm interested in finding out about why he's in the hospital in that scene in the trailer, right? Why he's arguing with Emily Blunt's character, Dawn. Like, I'm interested in finding that out. And I feel like with the story, I did enjoy the story. I do feel like at times, while I did enjoy it, at times it doesn't know where it wants to go. Like, I feel like it's like, it pauses, right? It pauses and it doesn't know, it can't figure out what it wants to do, say, or where it wants to go. And I feel like it pauses in the middle, and we get scenes that really, honestly, in my opinion, could have been cut out. I get why maybe they added those scenes, but I'm like, I really wish we had more fight scenes in here. While we do get some fight scenes, I really feel like that we could have gotten more, right? And it's just at times, it felt like the story didn't know where it wanted to go or what it wanted to do next. It pauses at times, and it's just unfocused and uneven at times, but besides that, I really did enjoy the film. So yeah, overall, with The Smashing Machine, another film this year that I had absolutely no expectations for, but another film this year that I watched a trailer and I was like, oh, okay, I'm getting excited for this film. So with The Smashing Machine, I am going to give this film a 4 out of 5 stars. And with The Smashing Machine, I will say dedicate your time. If you're a fan of The Rock, if you are someone who has been wanting to see him play somebody besides himself, I think and if you're a fighting fan as well, I think you'll enjoy this film. That'll wrap up this video. Thank y'all so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, like, comment, share this video. We just hit 1K subs a while back. We're now at 1.1K. Next big milestone is 2K and beyond that as well. And if you're new as well, I did movie reviews, TV show reviews, trailer reactions, movie live streams, movie news, movie rankings, all that wonderful movie stuff under the movie umbrella. And let's talk about it in the comments down below. Did you like The Smashing Machine? Did y'all not like it? If y'all didn't see it earlier, you're going to see it next week when it releases, or y'all not going to see it? Let's talk about it down below. Keep talking movies to wonderful people. Cheers.